Well, Parliament may have backed down on its decision to build a new 450-seater chamber following the public outcry that greeted it. But one person who still believes the leadership of the House should go ahead with its proposal is chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Freddie Blay. Mr. Blay says he's disappointed with the public outcry towards the proposed construction of the new parliamentary complex. Speaking to JoyNews on the sidelines of the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs event on safeguarding the country's democracy, the NPP chairman said the legislature can go ahead with the construction if it can afford it today, explaining the country will never have enough in meeting its development needs.
As it is to analyze it, interrogate it, and see the way for it. If not today, tomorrow it will have to happen.
So
for many, it is the timing which they are bothered about.
Maybe, yes, the timing is the timing and the packaging. Maybe even the parliamentarians themselves have not discussed it. But it begins, the policy making is from the board. That comes out and then they will bring it up to them. And indeed, it's not the parliamentarians themselves who will have to do it. It will be government. It will have to go into the government's, budget and so forth, and they will have to look at it. But the reaction has been, to me, it's been surprising. And people have, yes.
Are you shocked at the reaction?
I'm shocked at the reaction. People are even angry. I've seen even on the video a soldier angry and so forth over it. Maybe he's not informed about how it is. But as I said, it's maybe the packaging. But let's be very honest with you. Some of such initiatives, we should look at it. It's like the same way when people want to put up the motorway, people will react to it. When we want to put up, Akosombo, people will look at it. Tamahabo, people will look at it. When such, even the Jubilee House now, people looked at it from a very, yes, and some call it, they don't need it. Some say they will need more hospital. Definitely, we need more hospital. Definitely, we need a few other things. You see?
But if the state had the money today,
listen, if the state had money and enough that we are talking about many social services, many interventions that the government is involved in, if you move on, because for sure, we will never be adequate in everything that we do. But certain decisions, bold decisions, which may help to increase and strengthen institutions like Parliament, like the executive, like judiciary, and so forth and so on. We will need to look at it. If not today, maybe tomorrow.
Mr. Blay insists the current facility is not fit for purpose and says it's high time the public warms up to the discussion and begin considering the proposal for the welfare of the country's legislators.
Let me be honest with you. The chambers have been in Parliament as well. And the chambers was not even architecturally meant for what we've been doing. It has been modified into doing that. And somehow over time, there is a limit as to how you can go about it. And indeed, when we started politics in this, by the Fourth Republic, we were about 150. It was 200, it's become 275. It may even increase over time because of the population. Why? If you could be thinking about what to do. And it's not today that people are talking about it. In the past, a few years ago, the president had even talked about it. Think about it, what to do about it. Would you look for a new chamber? It's been, even in our time, people were talking about it. How to build a new, what I would refer to as a parliamentary village to go about it. I've seen it done elsewhere. I've seen Australia have a very good one. I've seen Canada has a good one. I've gone to Uganda, I've seen it that way. And I thought maybe at a very reasonable cost it's been done. And people are coming about it, talking about 450. Maybe the numbers are huge. Maybe the cost is huge. And maybe it's the way it has been presented, packaged, made people a bit frustrated and angry over it. But definitely, we need to talk about it. And the way to do that is not to be angry with the parliamentarians. This is an institution that represents an arm of government. Indeed, I would say that's the basis of democracy in this country.
On his part, Majority Leader in Parliament, Osei Chairman Sabonsu, blamed the public outcry on mistrust for MPs and charged them to do some introspection and work at regaining the public's confidence.
Chamber brouhaha, I think that the discussion, the discourse thus far is predicated on mistrust of Parliament. That indeed is at the heart of it. And members of Parliament should do serious introspection.
MP for Adansi Asokwa Katie Hammond says the leadership of Parliament created the unnecessary tension with the way it communicated the proposal for a new chamber. The Parliamentary Service Board on Monday, after a meeting, stated it is withdrawing the plan from its agenda for now. But Katie Hammond told Aisha Ibrahim on PM Express on the JoyNews channel the leadership of Parliament could have handled the issue better.
It's been badly handled by all sides. I mean, how can you come up with the development of this matter that the members of Parliament don't know about? Yeah. I mean, you might say this is an indictment on ourselves. So be it. I heard it the first time on the radio. Okay. On the leadership, you know, I mean, what is complaining? What is it? What is it? What is going on? This is a national issue. It's been unfortunate, you know, what's happened about this. I just spoken to our leader, for 20 minutes. He was also telling me about things he himself didn't also know, things that he didn't come to his knowledge. And got to know today. He was telling me today, but that apparently few things have been going on that the majority leader, even didn't know about. I mean, it's all been properly handled.
Well, he insists Parliament needs a new chamber. Here are his reasons.
And see, number one, we don't have places of convenience. The one or two that we have out there, you get in there, the visitors, the public, the journalists, they take it. You would want to rush into the loo and then come back and make a statement. You go in there, it's all full. You can't, the one or two of them have members of Parliament. Go in there and see where any members of Parliament is taken. We don't have a restaurant. The little place that we occasionally get some water or that, go and see. Press, visitors and everybody. It's so insecure. You have no clue what to do. I mean, it is not, I mean, when we talk about Parliament, and people are talking about comparing Ghana to Westminster Parliament, who is talking about Westminster Parliament?
You're watching News Desk with me, Bernice Abubedulansa. Coming up shortly in business, two of the world's leading cocoa producers, Ivory Coast and Ghana, plan to create a stabilization fund for cocoa farmers amid volatile prices. Do stay for details.